If you have the only one skill that lands you your first 10,000 to 100k dollars, what skill would that be? In this video, I'm going to be showing you the no fluff system of finding the most profitable Amazon KDP niches that is less competitive with high demand. If this is your first time on my channel, you're welcome. I'm ValueBank, and all I do every day is to bring to you time-tested proven method and ways you can use to gain financial freedom here on the online space through vehicles like Amazon KDP, sales and marketing, and content creation. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you. Thank you for liking my videos and supporting my channel. Without wasting much time, let's get started. Now, if there is one skill that will actually change your Amazon KDP game and change your Amazon KDP business and let you actually make your first 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 to even $10,000, that skill is actually knowing how to get profitable niches, how to find profitable niches, and how to find profitable keywords to actually write a book on. Now, in this video, I'm actually going to show you the easiest way to actually find a niche that is less competitive with high demand. Now, this actually means that when you find this niche, the people supplying books on this particular niche are very low, which actually increases your chances of making sales and your chances of actually dominating that particular niche. And this niche that you will find is with a high demand, which means a lot of people are actually looking for books in that particular niche. Now, this information I'm actually sharing with you is something I am only supposed to share with people in my inner circle, which means people who actually pay me for mentorship and people actually pay me to actually give them this kind of premium information. This video will actually change your KDP business and will actually change your dashboard. Now, if you actually pay attention to what I'm actually going to teach in this particular video, there won't come a month that you make at least $1,000. Now, what I'm actually teaching you now is something that is top secret. A lot of people don't really know how to find a niche on KDP. They don't know how to find the particular set of people they want to serve. You understand? Most people take KDP as just a business that they can publish books and upload and they pray for sales. Now, I actually want to show you a guaranteed way. Now, what I'm actually teaching you in this video is a guaranteed way of going into KDP and you succeeding with KDP. If there is any video that I've ever created in this channel, this video will actually be the best, because this video will actually teach you how to make the best possible money from the best possible people who actually want to put their hands in their pocket to actually give you their money, because you're actually providing the kind of solutions that they want in that particular market. You understand? So you have to really find your who. You have to find the people and the niche that you actually want to serve. And there are a lot of videos about niche research and all that on YouTube, and many courses and many mentorship. You understand? Now, this is the best you will ever watch. That is why you need to actually watch this video to the end. You get? Now, I want a lot of people to make money on KDP. That is why I'm bringing this video at this point in time. You get? Now, so the best gift you can ever do for me now is to make sure you like this video and subscribe to the ValueBank YouTube channel if you've not been already a subscriber, and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I actually come out with valuable information like this. So what is a niche? That is the first thing you need to understand. That is the first thing you need to understand. You have to understand what a niche really is. Now, a niche is a specialized segment of a market for a particular kind of product or service. In our case now, that are publishers' books, it actually refers to a specific area within a broader market that has its own unique characteristics, needs, and demand. Now, authors target niche to cater to the particular preferences of a distinct group of customers. You get? So you need to understand what a niche is for you to find a niche. If you don't understand what a niche is, you don't even know. Most people don't really know what a niche is. Now they say I am in the cookbook niche, I am the travel guide niche, I'm in the relationship niche. All those things are not niches. Those stuff that you're actually seeing, they are market, and I'm actually going to prove to you in this video. Now, for example, within the broader market of a pet product, there could be a niche for organic pet food. Now, this niche target pet owners who specifically seek organic and natural food options for their pets. By focusing on a niche, authors can better meet the specific needs of their target audience. So, look, the riches are in the niches, just like they always say. The riches are in the niches. If you want to make money on KDP, you have to make sure that you pick a specific niche that you want to serve. You can't be everywhere. You can't be publishing books on travel guides today, and tomorrow you are doing cookbook, and next tomorrow you are doing books on relationship. You have to actually niche down to a particular set of audience that you want to serve. You understand? Now, when you actually do this, you actually gain mastery on that particular niche. This is how people really succeed on KDP. It is not by picking from this niche and picking from this niche. You understand? So it is by actually narrowing down the people you actually want to serve. You understand? By focusing on a niche, authors can better meet the specific need of their targeted audience and often face less competition, which is actually what you want. So you want to actually find yourself whereby there is no too much competition in that particular market or in that particular niche compared to a broader market. You get? So you actually have to understand this point. And in a niche, we actually have what is actually called a sub niche. Now, a sub niche is a more narrowly defined segment within a larger niche market. It actually focuses on an even specific group of customers or particular aspect of the broader niche, catering to their unique needs and preferences. Identifying a sub niche allows an author or a business to further differentiate themselves and provide highly specialized books to a particular set of people. You get? Now, for example, when you go to Amazon like this, when you actually go to Amazon, now these stuffs that you're actually seeing here are different subjects that people are actually doing a book on. You get? And we as authors, now there are different departments on KDP. Now, when you actually click on this department section, you see that there are different departments on KDP. There is a department for Amazon devices and accessories. There is a department of apps and games. There is a department of automotive, baby department, and we have books. This is the market that we're actually playing. You get? Now, this is our own market that we play in. Now, in this market, we have different subjects that people can actually do a book on, and you profit from it. You get? Now, in this, like for example, business and money, if you go into business and money, you will see that there's sub markets in business and money, which means sub niches. You understand? Now, one of the major mistakes that people actually do make is actually writing on books generally on business and money. You get? So when you actually do this, you will be falling in what I actually call a red ocean. You get? You will be falling in what I call a red ocean, which is where there is a very high demand and a high supply. The competition in this particular niche is very high. In this particular market is very high. So for you to really succeed, you have to make sure that you niche down to a very targeted audience that you can serve, which is a sub niche. Now, for example, within the niche of organic pet food, a sub niche could be organic pet food for dogs with allergies. This sub niche targets pet owners who are not only interested in organic pet food but also need options suitable for dogs with specific dietary restrictions. due to allergies by targeting a sub-niche. Now, authors can more precisely address these needs of their specific audience, often leading to a greater customer loyalty and reduced competition, which is where you want to find yourself. Reduce competition. Please, in whatever you do on KDP, don't ever find, first of all, you have to know how to find a niche first before you know what it is, the kind of niche you actually need to find yourself. And this is what people don't know. And the first step to actually do this is to find the particular set of people you actually want to serve, which is your who. So you have to know the particular set of people you actually want to serve. So you actually have to ask yourself the big question: who do I want to serve on KDP? And we actually have 3 core markets when it actually comes to Amazon. When it comes to generally, we actually have 3 core markets. We have wealth, we have health, and we have relationships. You understand? Now, it is in these core markets that every other market came out from. On the Amazon, now when we actually come to Amazon, the Amazon platform, we actually have different subjects here, which we can also call different markets. Now, if you actually want to come to this point that I'm actually here now, the first thing to do if you are actually doing your niche research is to make sure as you come to Amazon, you know that you actually use your incognito mode to actually do your research. So the first thing you have to do is to make sure that you change your address to your US based address, so that you know that whatever research you'll be doing, it will be based on the US market, which is the largest market on Amazon. Okay, and the next thing you have to do is to come to this filter section and change it to books. You change it to books. So when you change it to books, you come to this point, this all department that you're actually seeing. Okay, when you actually change it to books, the next place you will come after coming to this point and actually changing this to books is to make sure that you click on this bestsellers. Now, this actually makes your research more targeted. It actually targets the bestseller in any particular niche, which is where you want to start your research or start finding the niche that you actually want to serve. So you want to make sure that you pick out your topics and you pick out your niche from the best of the best people that are actually doing well in any particular niche that you actually want to serve. You get? So when you put this point in bestsellers, the next thing to come is to come to this any department here and look for books and click on books. Okay, now this actually generates for you the best sellers in books. You understand? As you actually seen here, best sellers in books. Now, I actually said we actually have 3 major markets. On Amazon, we have a lot of markets here. You understand? Now, we have different markets on KDP. Now, this is what people actually consider as being in a art and photography niche, which is writing books on art and photography. A lot of people say they are in the cookbook niche, which is actually writing book on cookbooks. You understand? Now, this, what we actually call this now is markets. Now, to find your niche in this particular section, you have to actually click in and go inside and actually find the niche that you want to serve. You get the particular set of people you actually want to serve. You understand? So just like I said, in the 3 core markets, we actually have wealth, health, and relationship. Now, in health, we can actually have a sub niche or a sub market that is investing. We also have finance. In health, we can actually have in wealth, we can actually have real estate. Now, in health, we can actually have something like nutrition. We can actually have something like strength training, and we can actually have something like weight loss in health. Now, in relationship, we can have love, we can have dating advice, we can have marriage advice. You understand? Now, in these different markets on KDP, in the business and money niche, this is the first place you come. This is the first step you come in finding your who, because you have to know the particular set of people you actually want to serve before you can actually succeed on KDP. And there is a formula for this that I actually call the niche success formula. So the first thing you do is to find the core market that you want to serve. You understand? If it's in the cookbook market, if it's in the business and money niche market, you have to find that core market. The next thing you have to actually do is to make sure you now find a sub niche, and then you find your niche. So you find your core market, then you find a sub niche, and you find your niche. Now this is the success formula for niche research. Find your core market, find your sub niche, and you find your niche. Now I said again, the riches are in the niches. You have to make sure that you are serving a particular set of people. Now this is what I mean. For example, you are coming to the, okay, now these are the different markets that will actually have different subjects that will actually have on KDP. Now this is computer and technologies, this is cookbook, food and wine. We actually have health, fitness and dieting. You get, we actually have different sections. Now you can decide to come to cookbook, food and wine. You get, now as you actually seen here, this cookbook, food and wine, we actually have different sub niches. You know, the first thing that you actually clicked here, is cookbook, food and wine. And from this, how we actually came to this point is from books. Now from books we came to cookbook, food and wine. Now in this cookbook, food and wine, you actually have different niches here. You get, and as you are clicking, because you have actually set this to bestsellers, what you're actually seeing is bestsellers on this particular cookbook, food and wine. So whatever you're actually seeing here are bestsellers in all the sections of this cookbook, food and wine. This niche is now in this cookbook, food and wine. You understand? Now for you to actually find your niche that you want to serve, you have to niche down again. For example, you want to be doing books on special diets. You get, okay, my network. Now these are special diets, right? We are on special diet. And before we actually continue, I actually want you to understand something. Okay, so there is something called a blue ocean and there is something called a red ocean. Now the red ocean is where you don't want to be on KDP. Is where you don't actually want to find yourself. Now these are where the big sharks actually are. These are where the major players on Amazon, the major publishers on Amazon actually find themselves. These are niches that they have dominated that you don't want to be. These niches are very dense that even if you put your book, you can't find your book anywhere, because the major players are people actually spending money on this particular niche. So you don't want to actually play in a red ocean. What you actually want to play in is in a blue ocean. Now blue ocean actually means that you are serving a particular and a targeted specific audience. Now this blue ocean actually means that the blue ocean means a place where there is less competition and a high demand. You get, now red ocean, high competition, there can be a high demand, but you don't want to play in a place where there is high competition, a place whereby if you write a book on that particular niche, you cannot find yourself. So you actually want to play in a blue ocean whereby when you put your books there, you can survive, and your chances of actually making sales on that particular niche is very high because the competition is low. You get, so you actually have to understand the difference between the red ocean and the blue ocean. When you can actually get this point, when doing a niche research for a niche you particularly want to dominate, you can now say, okay, whatever I'm actually looking for is a niche that actually has a low supply and a high demand. You understand? This actually brings us to what I call, so we actually have different types of niches. So we actually have 4 types of niches, you understand, on KDP. We have the first niche we actually have here. If you are doing your research, you will find niches with low supply and low demand. Now this actually means that there are not a lot of books being put, there are not a lot of competition in this particular niche, and people are not even looking for books on this particular niche. So this is not a niche that you actually want to play in. Now if you actually do a book on this particular niche, you'll be doing a book that won't be bought, because no one is actually looking for the solution you want to serve in this particular niche. The next is a niche with high supply and low demand. Now this kind of niche, you have a lot of competitors pumping in books to this particular niche and a low demand. That means you have a lot of people putting books on this particular niche and you have a very low demand for it. That means people that want to buy a book on this particular niche are very small. You get? So once you actually put a book on this niche, it will be very, your chances of actually making sales is very slim, because there are not a lot of people that actually wants to buy a book on this particular niche, and there is already a lot of supply. You get? So the next type of niche you actually want to find is a niche with low supply and a high demand. Now this is our jackpot niche. This is the niche that you actually want to play in. You get? This is the niche you want to play in. A niche that has a low supply, which means a low competition. That is what they call supply. A low competition with a very high demand. People looking for books on this particular niche. Now we also have a niche with high supply and a high demand. This is where the big sharks actually play, which is the red ocean. You don't want anything to actually do within this particular niche that has high supply and high demand, because you will actually write a book in this particular niche and you will not find your book, because people already are dominating this particular niche. You get? So when doing your keyword or niche research, you have to make sure that you land on this. You get? A niche with low supply and a very high demand. This is where you want to be. This is where you actually do a book on a particular topic and you make sales organically, because there is low competition on that particular topic. Now people in my inner circle, this is what I teach them, how to get a topic with low supply and a high demand. So when they actually put in their book, they know for sure it is a mistake. It will be a mistake not to actually make sales, even though they are not running ads. Now if they now go ahead to run ads, Amazon will now push their books to more eyeballs that will increase their chances of actually making sales. You get? Now let's go and actually find a niche. Let me show you how to actually find what I call a jackpot niche. Okay, now let's go to Amazon. Now what you have actually done is we actually niche down, which is we implemented the niche formula I actually taught you in this video, which is the first thing you have to do is find the market you want to serve. You can decide to actually write books on the cookbook, food and wine market. Then you now niche down to a particular set of people, which is special diets, and you want to be writing books on special diets. You understand? So you can now come to these points and pick your niche. You get? So the first thing you come to, now we are in books. We have different subjects that you can actually write on KDP. You get? We have art and photography, we have business and money, we have children books, we have Christian books and Bibles, we have craft and hobbies, we actually have computers and technology. Now this is one of the most profitable niches on KDP, and it is so obvious. And the reason why this is one of the most profitable niche on KDP is because it actually has, is in this place you actually find books with low supply and a very high demand. You understand? The demand in this particular market is very high, but there are very low supply. That means there are not enough publishers putting books on this particular niche, because they actually find it difficult to actually create books on computers and technology. You understand? Because it's actually trickish. You have to know and understand how to create a particular book for this kind of market. You get? Now when you have come to this point and you have made your decision of the kind of people you want to serve. Now you see self-help, you see romance, you see religion and spirituality. Okay, So maybe we have decided to actually go write books, write on the cookbook food and wine market. You understand? So the next thing you have to do is to just, let's open this in another tab. Okay, let's just allow it to load. Okay, now when you actually come to, you click on this cookbook, you now find different sub niches, here. You have Asian cooking, you have baking, you have beverages and wine, you have canning and preserving. Okay, you have celebrities and TV shows, you have comfort foods, you have different sub niches here. It is now in this place you now begin to say, okay, which sub niche am I going to play with? Is it in desserts? Is it in Italian cooking? Is it kitchen appliances? Is it outdoor cooking? Okay, is it quick and easy? Is it special diet? You can now maybe decide to go into special diet books. So you want to write books on special diet. So let's just open it in another tab and let us allow it to load. Okay, so now these are bestsellers in special diet. You get, and in special diet you also have allergies, you have baby food, you have cancer, you have diabetic and sugar free, you have gluten free. So it is when you now come to this point, you can now be picking the niche you want to serve in this particular section that you're actually seeing here. You get, it is now this point you now begin to pick the niche you want to serve. Now for example, you want to write books on Gavinton diets. You understand? So what you just do, let's just open this in another tab. Okay, let's just open it in another tab, and you are looking, it is now you begin to look for topics and niches you want to write on. You get, now you are seeing the complete Mediterranean cookbook. Now what you actually want to do is to pick the seed keywords in these particular titles that you're actually seeing here, and you begin to validate if it is a niche that you should write on. Now when you want to validate your niche, you have to actually use a pro tool to know if there is a low supply and a high demand, which is actually what we actually discussed. That is our perfect niche you want to find. You want to find a niche with low supply and a high demand. Okay, now you keep going down. Now this is how to find your niche. You keep going down. Now you actually see this book and you see that it's something that actually interests you and catch your fancy. Let's open it in another tab. Okay, you see this, maybe it catches your fancy, you open it in another tab. And one thing you have to notice is the books on this particular page, they have a low bestseller rank. As you are seeing, this one is actually ranking 195 on this particular niche. Okay, this one is ranking 64, and you see the sales that this particular book is actually making, 594 to 729 sales per day, and this book is actually making $3,961 per day. You understand? You see this one is making $2,900 plus per day. Now just calculate this per month. You see that these books might actually be making like $100K per month. You get? So this is actually where you want to find the niche you want to serve. You get? Now as you've opened it in another tab, what you want to look for here is the seed keyword that is ranking this particular book. You get? Now you see D is not the seed keyword. You see Gavinton diet, which is what to actually look for. So what you want to do is copy this. Okay, you go on a notepad and just paste it there, okay. So you go to this one, you look for the seed keyword. The complete is not part of the seed keyword. You see the Mediterranean cookbook, which is the seed keyword that you're actually looking for. You go to your notepad, okay, and you paste it there. You come to this one, you see anti-inflammatory diet for beginners. Okay, just copy Anti-inflammatory diet is the seed keyword. Just copy this. Okay, so this is how to pick out niches that you can actually write on. Okay, your niche here can be books on anti-inflammatory diet for cancer, anti-inflammatory diet for diabetes, for any kind of disease. So this is your niche. You can decide to actually write books on Mediterranean cookbook, on cancer, Mediterranean cookbook for this, Mediterranean cookbook for that, Ephraim Mediterranean cookbook and all that. So you can decide to write a book on Gavington diet, on all types of things. It's now you now begin to find different variations of what this niche is actually giving to you. So you have to make sure first you find a niche with a very high demand and a low supply. So let's go ahead and keep finding these topics. Okay, so you just be coming down, and mind you, most of these topics you can actually find. Okay, so most of these keywords, most of the seed keywords, you can actually find the seed keyword in the subtitle of these books. You get? So let's just close this. Let's close this because we have actually picked our seed keyword. Let's close this. Let's also close this. Okay, so you just be coming down and be picking out the seed keyword for further validation. You now see this one. Okay, let's open it in another tab. Okay, you see that the books here, they have low BSR. That is one thing, which means a lot of people are actually buying the books. You see this one. Okay, let's open it in another tab. Okay, let's be coming down. Okay, let's open this in another tab. Skinny taste simple. Okay, that actually looks like the complete Mediterranean cookbook. Okay, you see this one, carnivore diet. Let's open it in another tab. Okay, you see healthy prep. Okay, let's open it in another tab. Okay, so let's pick out the seed keywords. So you come to this point, what you want to pick out is the seed keyword for further validation. Now in my inner circle, I actually did a better explanation of this. Now this is our seed keyword from this diabetic diet cookbook and meal plan. Okay, so you go to your notepad or anything you actually use to save your niche or your topic. Let's go to this. Okay, let's just allow it to load. Okay, you come to this one and you see the complete ketogenic diet. Now ketogenic diet is our seed keyword. Just copy ketogenic diet for beginners. Okay, then you paste. Let's go to this plant you see. Okay, I think this is the seed keyword we actually have here. And one thing you should do, please, as you are picking the seed keyword and you want to validate, the one part of the validation is making sure you actually check for trademark. Okay, let's go to this. Dan shift logi healthy prep meal prep cookbook. I don't know what Dan shift logi actually means, but I think this is our seed keyword here. But let's just copy this. We'll check it out when we want to validate. Just copy and you come down and you paste. Okay, now let's take out all this. Okay, if you understand this part of Amazon KDP you will succeed. You will so succeed. Now just come down and be looking for seed keywords that you can further go and niche down on. The new whole 30, okay, the complete plant-based cookbook. Okay, you see plant-based here is another. Okay, beat cancer diet. Okay, the complete guide to fasting. Okay, Mediterranean diet, weight loss. Okay, super easy diabetic diet. Okay, so you just, so this is how to easily pick seed keywords. You see this one, gluten-free cookbooks. Okay, now let's open in another tab. Now let's go and pick out the seed keywords here. Let's just allow it to load. Okay, so what we'll now do is copy this, the plant-based cookbook. You copy this, which is our seed keyword. Okay, let's go to this one and copy this, how it can be gluten free. Okay, our seed keyword here. This is how to actually find niches to write on and dominate. Okay, so after this point, you now go ahead and validate. You get, now you see, you notice that the first thing I actually did was make sure I niche down. From the cookbook, we actually went to special. We actually, from the cookbook and wine, went to special diet. From, okay, let's go back. Now this is book. From book, we actually went to cookbook. Now from cookbook, we actually saw different sub niches. Now in different sub niches, we actually went to special diet, which is where we'll find our niche. This is where your money is. Now this is how to actually do proper niche research. The formula is find your market, you go ahead and find your sub niche, and you go ahead and find your niche. That is the formula. And if you are actually doing this, make sure that you put this in, make sure you are just the way I actually did. Set this to books, set it to bestsellers, come to books before you actually find the market, and you find your sub niche before you actually find your niche. So that is how to actually do it first. Now after gathering all these seed keyword, the last thing you have to now do is to go and validate. The first thing you have to do is to make sure that you check for the trademark. Make sure that you don't have any trademark keyword in this particular seed keyword that you have actually picked. So the next thing you need to do is to go and validate this with a pro tool. You can use Titan Pro, you can use what is it called, Publisher Rocket, you can use Bookbeam. I actually use Bookbeam. So let's go and validate these keywords. Okay, for example, the Gavinton diet. Okay, let's copy it. Okay, okay, now look at what we actually found here. Now this is what I'm talking about. When you have picked your seed keyword, and make sure that you actually follow the process that I actually taught. Make sure you set everything the way I taught. Look at this seed keyword that you actually found. You see, now you see the volume. These are the numbers of people searching for this particular keyword on Amazon, and this is the competition. We only have 800 competition, which means we have a very low supply. You get, so this actually meets our standard of low supply and a high demand. Now this is what I actually call a jackpot keyword. Now this is the particular kind of way I teach people in my inner circle how to find profitable keywords like this. Now if it's not a jackpot keyword, the people in the VBT, the value bank inner circle, we don't write books on it. So you must make sure that you find books on topics that actually has a very high demand. Now there is no way you will write a book on this particular topic and you will not make sales. You understand? And then if you have checked for this particular title and you see that it's not trademarked, there is no way 40,000 people will be searching for a book, a title on Amazon, this particular title, and your books will be among the 800 people that have actually written a book on this particular title, and you will not make sales. Now, when it actually comes to the inner circle, there is something I actually teach them: creating an irresistible book. You understand? Now, the first commandment, you see, if you can actually find niches like this, now from this you can now begin to niche down. You now see different topics here: gravity diet cookbook for beginners, gravity diet cookbook, gravity diet book. You can see different variations of the gravity diet that you can do books on. Now just imagine the opportunity score is 8.1. You see the competition is just 800 people, less than 1,000. You get? And inside this place you can still have people that are not your competitors, people that have done book with a very bad cover, people that have actually done poor formatting. You understand? You can reduce your major competitor to 400 people that actually did quality book, that actually meets the standard of creating a bestseller book. You get? So imagine this number of people searching for your particular book, your particular title. How can you not succeed on KDP? How can you not hit $1,000 a month? How can you not hit $5,000 a month? Just imagine you have topics like this and you have 100 books on topics like this. You understand? That means you'll be having like 1 million people searching for the particular kind of books you have provided on Amazon. There is no way you will not succeed. There is no way you will not meet 10K a month. Just imagine now, if you begin to actually apply the 21 elements I actually taught people in my inner circle, there is no way you will not make crazy sales. You understand? There is no way you not make crazy sales. Now this keyword alone, you can now go ahead and be checking. You can take another one and you check. You see gluten free cookbook, you can decide to check this and make sure you must land on, if it's not a keyword with low supply and high demand, don't even waste your time writing that keyword. Okay, let's check this. Let's just allow it to load. Okay, so this is how to actually find seed keyword. Okay, now I think my network is very slow, so okay, it's now loading. Let's see if we okay, now you now see this one. This is a place that you don't want to be. This is a perfect example of a place that you don't want to be. You get? Now you see this one actually has a search volume of 5,000 people, which is what we actually discussed. A lot of people are still searching for this, but the competition is 20,000. And the opportunity score is 4.8. Now there is no way you will put a book on this and you do well, because the competition already is high. This is a place that you put your book and you can't find this book except you want to actually run crazy ads. You get? So you actually want to make sure you find what I call the jackpot keyword, which is a low supply, low competition, and a high demand. This place has to be very low, and the opportunity score here has to be green. Just make sure it's green. You get? And this point has to be very high. Now this is where when you actually get that scenario, you can now put a book. You don't even have to pray about it. You will succeed. You get? Because you're actually doing what works. You're actually basing your niche research on the right way of actually doing niche research. Now this is how most of the 1% of the publishers that you're actually seeing collecting 80% of the money on Amazon actually do their niche research. They actually play in a niche that has low supply with high demand. You get? Low supply, high demand. So this is actually where you want to be. You get? And I actually believe that you have actually gained a lot of value in this video. And please make sure you actually give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to the Value Bank YouTube channel, and most importantly, make sure you share this video. Make sure you share this video. And if you also want to be part of my inner circle and actually learn the 10 different ways of keyword research and how to sell your book and how to create an irresistible book. Now, there is a book that you can create that customers can never say no to. When they see this book, they will always buy. Let it just be that this is what they are looking for. As they see your book, they will buy your book, because I actually show them how to actually give an offer people can't refuse in their book. How to create a book that will actually beat every book in the marketplace. You get. Now, this is how to actually shoot on KDP and not miss. Now, if you do this kind of keyword research or niche research, you will see that before you write 3 books, you are making crazy sales, because you have actually landed in a point that in a safe haven, we are in a gold mine. You get. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you share this video to a lot of people, so that a lot of people can actually also benefit from this particular video. And if you also want to join my inner circle, I'll pin a link on the comment section where you can join my community, the Value Bank discussion group on Telegram, and you can actually send me a DM. I reply to DMs fast. You can ask me questions. Ask any question you actually want to ask. If there is something I should do a video on, you can also drop it on the comment section. If time actually permits, I'll create a video on it. So thank you so much for watching, and as always, I am Value Bank, and I'll be rooting for you all from afar. God bless you.